I worked the election, and by 4 o'clock that day, 4 o'clock that day, that precinct had 3 times its usual voting. 3 times by 4 o'clock that day. For Miami-Dade, where I live, to have tipped over to that side, barely though, it was questionable. So I knew what I saw. And y'all, I also saw this. And I wonder if this is going to come back because my mind did this movie thing where it's like zoomed in. Because around 4 o'clock, one of our machines went down and they had to call somebody in. And I was on my way to the bathroom, like to take a break. And my mind went, pay attention. Now, I had no reason to think of Spaceboy. I had no reason to think of Spaceboy because at the time I wasn't paying attention to a lot of what was going on because my anxiety was so far up. So I knew he was behind him. So I'm like, okay, you put money behind him. I wasn't paying attention to a lot of the things because I was just like, y'all joke, but some of us were very traumatized by his first administration, especially the mishandling of 2020. Now, I know they make USBs in different shapes and things. They do. But traditionally, the shape of a USB is of some rectangular factor, right? And so as I was on the way to the bathroom, I saw these men around the computer, the little check-in box or whatever, and they were trying to fix the machine. And I just went, like, pay attention to that. And so I paid attention, and there was this, because I remember thinking, this looks like a Tesla. Like, I just remember thinking, it looks like a Tesla. The USB was big. Like, it was big. I won't say as big as a mouse. I'm trying to look and see. It was, like, that big. Like, label to label. It was big. And it was Tesla white. And it was shaped like a spaceship. Like, it just was. Like, and I mean, like a UFO-style spaceship. So, kind of like a leaf. Like, you know how we draw leaves like this? So it was shaped like that. But it was big and just obnoxious looking. And just white. And I'm like, why do they have USBs that look like that? But then I went about my way. And I didn't really think about it. And then when I learned that the Star World was somehow attached to what took on, I was like, wow. Because here's what I learned, y'all. Another thing I learned. And you can Google this. But there was like an MIT professor or something back in 2018 who proved, it was some students actually, and I was looking for their video again because they proved it, but so did a professor, that by introducing a USB with a different either malware or coding, it could take over. And whatever you press would flip and come out the other way. And so they did this on a machine that you would push your choice, you know, not just bubble in and slide it in, but one that you would push your choice. And they pushed choice A, and it came out choice A. So then they said, okay, let's introduce the thumb drive. So they put in the thumb drive, USB key, whatever. And they said all it took was 1 minute. That's all you need is 1 minute to get the information into that system. And so then when they pushed choice A, this receipt printed out choice B.
All right, here are the results from the electronic voting machines. Ohio State wins.
And so what I know is manipulation is possible.